Brothers and sisters, many people say the future is uncertain, but I believe the future is full of opportunities for those who prepare. Every day you wake up is an opportunity, a blank page waiting for you to write your story of growth, courage, and success. The world does not reward comfort. It rewards those who dare to step beyond their limits, who push themselves even when the path is uncertain and the odds seem impossible. Imagine if every challenge you faced, every obstacle that tested your patience, every moment that made you doubt yourself, became a stepping stone rather than a barrier. Life is not about waiting for the perfect moment. It's about creating it through relentless effort, daring experiments, and unwavering belief in your own potential. The people who achieve extraordinary success are not always the smartest or the luckiest. They are the ones who challenge themselves again and again, refusing to settle for mediocrity. They embrace failure as a teacher, criticism as guidance, and every setback as an opportunity to rise stronger. Growth does not happen in comfort zones. It happens when you push yourself past fear, past doubt, and past what you thought was possible. Every small decision to take on a new task, to learn something unfamiliar, to stretch your abilities a little further, compounds into a life of remarkable achievements. Consistency in challenging yourself day after day builds a resilience that no obstacle can shake. Success is not a single moment. It is the result of countless small challenges accepted, conquered, and transformed into progress. The question is not whether life will test you, but whether you will respond. Will you let fear dictate your path, or will you rise every day ready to confront the unknown? Push your boundaries and shape your destiny through deliberate, courageous action. Challenge yourself daily to step out of your comfort zone, because comfort is the enemy of growth and the barrier that keeps most people from achieving their true potential. Every person has a natural inclination to stick with what is safe, familiar, and predictable. We wake up, follow routines, perform our tasks, and then wonder why life feels stagnant or why our progress is slow. Growth never happens when we remain inside the boundaries of our comfort. It occurs when we deliberately push ourselves into situations that are unfamiliar, uncomfortable, and sometimes intimidating. Challenging yourself is not about reckless risk-taking. It is about purposeful discomfort, about setting higher standards and daring to do more than what feels easy or convenient. When you take the step to challenge yourself, you are essentially telling your mind and body that you are ready to expand, ready to face uncertainty, and ready to embrace learning through experience. The first step is recognizing the areas where you feel too comfortable and questioning whether staying there is helping you achieve your dreams. For instance, it could be learning a new skill that seems difficult, speaking in front of a crowd when public speaking terrifies you, or taking responsibility for tasks that push your limits. Each time you confront these moments, you build confidence, resilience, and a stronger sense of capability. The small victories achieved from these challenges accumulate, giving you the courage to tackle even bigger obstacles over time. Many people fear failure, criticism, or embarrassment, and as a result, they choose the path of least resistance. Yet, when you deliberately challenge yourself, you begin to reframe failure as a natural part of the journey, not a permanent verdict on your abilities. Stepping outside your comfort zone forces you to adapt, to think creatively, and to develop problem-solving skills you never knew you had. The discomfort you feel is a signal that you are growing, that your limits are being tested, and that your potential is expanding. Each day presents multiple opportunities to take small steps toward challenging yourself. Whether it is learning something new, engaging with people who think differently than you, or taking on responsibilities that seem beyond your current capacity. Discipline plays a crucial role in this process because challenging yourself consistently is not always exciting or glamorous. There will be days when it feels easier to avoid the challenge, to stay in the familiar, and to protect yourself from potential failure. However, success is built on the accumulation of these deliberate choices to act despite discomfort. By committing to challenge yourself every day, you train your mind to see obstacles as opportunities and to approach life with a proactive, resilient mindset. Over time, These small daily efforts compound into remarkable personal and professional growth, allowing you to achieve what once seemed impossible. Furthermore, challenging yourself daily enhances self-awareness. When you step out of your comfort zone, you begin to discover hidden strengths and capabilities. You also confront your weaknesses, which provides clarity on what areas require improvement. This process of exploration and reflection is critical for long-term success because it ensures that you are not merely repeating routines, but actively evolving as an individual. Each challenge you face and overcome builds your confidence, teaches patience, and instills a sense of accomplishment that fuels further ambition. Another important aspect of challenging yourself is that it encourages adaptability. Life is unpredictable, and those who succeed are often the ones who can adjust quickly to changing circumstances. By consistently putting yourself in situations that test your limits, you develop flexibility, creativity, and a problem-solving mindset. You learn to navigate uncertainty, handle pressure, and maintain focus even when outcomes are unclear. This adaptability not only helps in professional endeavors, but also strengthens personal resilience, allowing you to handle the highs and lows of life with grace and determination. Stepping out of your comfort zone also inspires those around you. When people see you taking bold actions, learning from mistakes, and pursuing growth relentlessly, it encourages them to challenge themselves as well. You create a ripple effect of motivation and positive energy, demonstrating that progress and success are achievable through courage, effort, and consistency. By making a habit of challenging yourself, you cultivate a mindset that views life as a continuous journey of improvement rather than a series of limitations. The key is to start small but stay consistent. You don't need to make huge leaps every day. Even incremental challenges build momentum. For example, if you are shy, start by speaking to someone new each day. If you struggle with productivity, set slightly higher goals than you think you can achieve. Each action, no matter how minor it seems, stretches your capabilities and strengthens your resolve. Over time, the accumulation of these daily challenges reshapes your habits, mindset, and approach to life, preparing you to take on larger opportunities and overcome greater obstacles. Challenging yourself daily is ultimately about taking control of your life, refusing to settle for mediocrity, and actively pursuing your highest potential. It is about replacing fear with curiosity, hesitation with action, and doubt with determination. By committing to this mindset, you gradually transform every obstacle into a lesson, every failure into growth, and every uncomfortable situation into a stepping stone towards success. Embrace failure as a lesson, not a setback, because failure is not the end of the road. It is a necessary part of the journey towards success. Many people fear failure and view it as a reflection of their inadequacy, a signal that they are not good enough or capable enough to achieve their goals. This fear keeps them from taking risks, from trying new things, and from stepping into the unknown where true growth resides. However, failure is not the enemy. It is a teacher that provides invaluable lessons, insights, and opportunities to improve. Every person who has achieved remarkable success has experienced multiple failures. Yet they chose to see each one as a chance to learn, adapt, and grow stronger. The first step in embracing failure as a lesson is to change the way you perceive it. Instead of seeing failure as a negative outcome, consider it a feedback mechanism that highlights what does not work and what needs adjustment. When you fail, you gain information that you would not have discovered otherwise. For example, a failed business venture teaches lessons about planning, market understanding, risk assessment, and resilience. A failed project at work might reveal weaknesses in strategy, communication, or execution. By analyzing failure objectively, you extract the wisdom hidden within it, allowing you to approach future challenges with more knowledge, preparation, and confidence. Failure also builds resilience. Every time you encounter a setback and decide to continue despite it, you strengthen your ability to withstand adversity. Life is unpredictable, and challenges are inevitable. Those who succeed are not those who never fail, but those who refuse to be defeated by failure. Each failure endured and overcome adds to your mental toughness, equipping you to handle bigger challenges and to persevere when situations become difficult or uncomfortable. Resilience developed through failure allows you to maintain focus on long-term goals rather than being derailed by temporary disappointments or obstacles. Another critical aspect of learning from failure is developing humility and self-awareness. When things do not go as planned, you are forced to confront your limitations, assumptions, and mistakes. This confrontation fosters personal growth because it encourages reflection and self-improvement. Accepting failure with humility allows you to acknowledge areas where you need to improve and motivates you to develop the skills, knowledge, and mindset necessary for future success. People who refuse to learn from failure often repeat the same mistakes, remaining stagnant and frustrated, whereas those who embrace it grow continuously and eventually achieve mastery in their endeavors. Failure also encourages innovation and creativity. When a particular approach does not yield the desired results, you are prompted to think differently, to explore alternative solutions, and to experiment with new strategies. Innovation rarely occurs in a space of certainty. It emerges when previous methods fail, and you are compelled to seek better, more effective ways to achieve your objectives. Many of the greatest inventions, businesses, and breakthroughs in history were born out of multiple failures. The willingness to take risks, to try and fail repeatedly, and to learn from each attempt is what fuels creativity and progress. Fear of failure can paralyze action, but embracing it as a lesson transforms fear into motivation. Instead of avoiding challenges, you begin to approach them with curiosity, confidence, and determination. Each failure becomes an opportunity to learn, to refine your approach, and to improve your performance. By removing the stigma around failure, you create a mindset where mistakes are not shameful, but essential to development. This mindset encourages persistence, experimentation, and continuous growth, which are critical elements for achieving success in any field. It is also important to understand that failure is temporary and does not define your worth. Many people equate failure with personal inadequacy, but failure is merely an event, not a reflection of who you are. Separating your identity from your failures allows you to confront challenges without fear of judgment or self-doubt. When you internalize this understanding, you gain the courage to take risks, to step outside your comfort zone, and to pursue ambitious goals without being paralyzed by the possibility of setbacks. Learning from failure requires reflection and action. It is not enough to simply experience failure. You must actively analyze it, identify the lessons, and implement changes based on what you have learned. This process transforms failure into a stepping stone toward success. For example, if you fail at delivering a presentation, you can reflect on what went wrong, practice more effectively, seek feedback, and improve your communication skills. Each application of lessons learned strengthens your abilities and increases the likelihood of success in future attempts. Another benefit of embracing failure is the development of patience and perseverance. Success rarely comes instantly or easily. Those who achieve remarkable results understand that failure is a natural part of the process, and they remain committed to their goals despite repeated setbacks. Patience allows you to continue putting in the effort day after day, while perseverance ensures that temporary failures do not derail your progress. The combination of these qualities, nurtured through experiences of failure, is what separates those who achieve lasting success from those who give up too soon. Failure also fosters adaptability. Life is full of uncertainties, and the ability to adjust to changing circumstances is essential for long-term achievement. When you fail, you are forced to reassess your strategies, pivot when necessary, and find alternative paths toward your goals. This adaptability strengthens problem-solving skills and encourages a proactive approach to challenges, enabling you to navigate complex situations with confidence and creativity. By embracing failure as a lesson, you shift your focus from fear and avoidance to growth and learning. Each setback becomes an opportunity to gain wisdom, build resilience, enhance skills, and develop a mindset oriented toward continuous improvement. When you approach life with this perspective, failure is no longer something to be feared or avoided. It becomes a vital tool for achieving excellence and realizing your full potential. Take consistent small actions that build long-term growth, because the path to success is rarely defined by sudden breakthroughs or instant results. True achievement is the outcome of repeated efforts, steady progress, and a commitment to daily improvement. Many people underestimate the power of small, deliberate actions, focusing instead on the desire for immediate gratification or dramatic outcomes. However, long-term growth is built like a foundation, brick by brick, through consistent effort and intentional practices that accumulate over time. Each small step you take compounds, leading to exponential results that are far greater than what a single large effort could achieve. The principle of consistency is essential because it transforms ordinary actions into extraordinary results. When you commit to taking action every day, no matter how small, you develop habits that shape your character, mindset, and abilities. For example, dedicating just 30 minutes a day to learning a new skill may seem insignificant at first, but over weeks and months, this commitment creates deep knowledge, enhanced competence, and a sense of mastery. Similarly, maintaining focus on your health, relationships, or personal growth through consistent, incremental actions strengthens your overall capacity to handle challenges and seize opportunities. Small actions, repeated over time, create momentum that propels you forward in ways that sporadic effort never can. One of the reasons small actions are so powerful is that they make the process of growth manageable and sustainable. Large goals can often feel overwhelming, causing procrastination or anxiety that hinders progress. By breaking down big ambitions into smaller, actionable steps, you make the journey achievable and less intimidating. Each task you complete, no matter how minor it may seem, builds confidence, reinforces discipline, and provides a tangible sense of accomplishment. This cycle of progress encourages persistence, allowing you to continue moving forward even when the bigger goal feels distant or challenging. Consistency also trains your mind to prioritize focus and discipline over impulsive behavior. Life is filled with distractions, temptations, and moments when taking shortcuts seems appealing. However, when you commit to consistent action, you cultivate self-discipline and resilience. Your mind becomes accustomed to effort, and over time, taking action, even when it is difficult, becomes second nature. This mindset is what separates high achievers from those who drift aimlessly, waiting for inspiration or motivation to strike rather than creating results through steady effort. Another critical aspect of taking consistent small actions is the opportunity it provides for learning and adaptation. No plan is perfect, and every action you take offers feedback that allows you to refine your approach. By observing what works and what doesn't, you adjust your strategies, optimize your performance, and increase your chances of long-term success. Even failures and setbacks become valuable experiences when approached as learning opportunities, because each iteration teaches you how to do better next time. This continuous cycle of action, reflection, and improvement accelerates growth far more effectively than sporadic bursts of effort. The compounding effect of consistent small actions cannot be overstated. Just as money grows through the principle of compound interest, your efforts multiply when applied consistently over time. A small skill learned, a new habit formed, or a meaningful connection nurtured today can yield significant results months or years later. The key is to remain patient, persistent, and committed, understanding that true growth is rarely instantaneous but always cumulative. Small, deliberate actions may seem insignificant in isolation, but together, they form a powerful force that shapes your future and defines your success. Consistency also fosters resilience because it teaches you to keep going despite obstacles or setbacks. Life is unpredictable and challenges will inevitably arise. By committing to small actions daily, you develop a mindset that values persistence over perfection. You learn that progress is made not by avoiding difficulties, but by consistently moving forward despite them. This approach strengthens your ability to adapt, persevere, and maintain focus even when the journey becomes difficult or uncertain. Building long-term growth through consistent action also strengthens your sense of accountability. When you commit to daily effort, you create a personal standard that encourages responsibility and self-motivation. You become less reliant on external validation or immediate results because you understand that your cumulative actions will lead to meaningful outcomes. This internal sense of accountability fosters self-confidence, independence, and the determination to pursue ambitious goals without being deterred by temporary challenges or setbacks. Small, consistent actions also enhance your capacity for focus and prioritization. By dedicating yourself to meaningful, deliberate tasks each day, you train your mind to concentrate on what truly matters. This focus prevents you from being distracted by trivial matters or overwhelmed by the enormity of long-term goals. Over time, this disciplined approach enables you to achieve more in less time, creating efficiency, clarity, and sustained momentum in both your personal and professional life. Consistency, when combined with purposeful intention, transforms ordinary routines into powerful catalysts for growth. Every choice you make, every action you take, and every effort you commit to adds to your trajectory of success. The cumulative impact of these consistent, small actions shapes your skills, mindset, and character, ultimately determining the level of success you can achieve. The principle is simple yet profound. It is not the magnitude of a single action, but the relentless repetition of small, purposeful efforts that creates lasting transformation. By committing to consistent small actions, you cultivate habits, resilience, focus, and a mindset geared toward continuous improvement. You turn the ordinary into extraordinary, the incremental into monumental, and the daily effort into lasting achievement. Over time, these actions compound, producing results that far exceed expectations, revealing the immense power of persistence, dedication, and disciplined effort. Turn criticism and obstacles into opportunities for improvement, because life will always present challenges, and the way you respond to them determines the trajectory of your success. Criticism, whether from others or even from your own self-doubt, can sting, frustrate, or discourage you if approached with the wrong mindset. Similarly, obstacles appear in countless forms: unexpected setbacks, failures, or circumstances beyond your control that test your patience, resilience, and determination. Many people see criticism as a personal attack and obstacles as insurmountable barriers, which keeps them stagnant and fearful of progress. However, the most successful individuals view these experiences differently. They understand that criticism and obstacles are not hindrances, but tools for growth, mirrors that reflect areas where they can learn, adapt, and improve. The first step in transforming criticism into opportunity is to detach your ego from your work or actions. When criticism is directed at something you are trying to achieve, it is natural to feel defensive or upset. Yet, defensiveness clouds judgment and prevents you from extracting valuable lessons. By separating yourself from the feedback, you can objectively evaluate its merits and identify actionable insights. Constructive criticism often contains guidance that, when applied, strengthens your skills, enhances your performance, and accelerates your development. Even feedback that seems harsh or unwarranted can reveal blind spots you might not have noticed, giving you an opportunity to refine your approach and improve outcomes. Obstacles operate in a similar way. Every challenge you face forces you to think creatively, adapt your strategy, and develop problem-solving skills. When you encounter a roadblock, you have a choice: see it as a reason to quit, or view it as an opportunity to grow stronger and smarter. Obstacles test your resilience, patience, and determination, and overcoming them strengthens your character. Each challenge you face and navigate successfully becomes a testament to your capability and reinforces your confidence to handle future difficulties. Criticism and obstacles also help you develop emotional intelligence. Responding to feedback or adversity requires self-awareness, empathy, and regulation of your emotional responses. When you learn to process criticism without defensiveness and approach obstacles without frustration, you cultivate a mindset of calm, strategic thinking. Emotional intelligence is a critical component of long-term success because it allows you to interact effectively with others, manage stress, and make rational decisions even under pressure. Another important aspect is the habit of reflection. When faced with criticism or obstacles, it is crucial to pause, analyze the situation, and identify what lessons can be drawn. Reflection transforms negative experiences into powerful learning moments. For example, if a project at work fails despite your best efforts, analyzing what went wrong, seeking feedback, and adjusting your strategy enables you to approach the next project with greater insight and preparedness. Similarly, criticism from mentors, peers, or even competitors can reveal perspectives you may have overlooked, providing a roadmap for improvement and refinement. Transforming challenges into opportunities also requires a proactive mindset. Waiting for problems to solve themselves or for criticism to disappear is a passive approach that leads to stagnation. Instead, actively seek feedback, anticipate potential obstacles, and develop strategies to overcome them. This proactive approach turns difficulties into stepping stones rather than stumbling blocks. By taking initiative and using challenges as learning opportunities, you build resilience, adaptability, and problem-solving abilities that set you apart from those who shy away from adversity. Consistently applying lessons learned from criticism and obstacles enhances your growth trajectory. Each time you encounter a challenge and choose to learn from it rather than resist it, you accumulate knowledge, experience, and confidence. Over time, this compounding effect allows you to navigate increasingly complex situations with skill and poise. Individuals who embrace this mindset do not fear criticism or obstacles. Instead, they anticipate them as inevitable parts of the journey and prepare to extract value from every encounter. Criticism and obstacles also foster humility and perspective. Facing challenges and receiving feedback reminds you that no one is perfect and that growth is a continuous process. Humility allows you to accept guidance, learn from others, and remain open to new ideas and strategies. Perspective helps you distinguish between constructive lessons and unhelpful negativity, enabling you to focus your energy on what truly contributes to improvement and success. By turning criticism and obstacles into opportunities, you also develop problem-solving and innovation skills. Difficulties often require creative solutions, forcing you to think outside conventional patterns and explore alternatives you may not have considered. Each problem you solve expands your capability, sharpens your decision-making, and builds the confidence to tackle future challenges with greater efficiency and insight. Ultimately, viewing criticism and obstacles as opportunities fosters a mindset of continuous improvement. You stop fearing failure or negative feedback and begin to see every experience as a chance to grow stronger, wiser, and more capable. This mindset encourages persistence, resilience, and proactive action, ensuring that you not only survive challenges, but thrive through them, turning potential setbacks into powerful catalysts for personal and professional growth. Cultivate resilience through persistent effort and self-discipline, because resilience is the foundation that allows you to navigate life's inevitable challenges and setbacks while continuing to move toward your goals. Life will never be a smooth, predictable journey. Obstacles, failures, and moments of doubt are unavoidable. What separates those who succeed from those who falter is not luck or talent alone, but the ability to persevere, to maintain focus, and to continue taking action even when circumstances are difficult or uncertain. Resilience is developed over time through consistent effort, intentional practice, and the conscious application of self-discipline in all areas of life. The first step toward cultivating resilience is understanding that difficulties are not signs of weakness, but opportunities to strengthen your character. When challenges arise, it is natural to feel frustrated, anxious, or discouraged. However, resilient individuals view these moments differently. They recognize that each challenge is a test of their determination and an occasion to build mental, emotional, and physical strength. By reframing difficulties as opportunities to grow rather than threats to your progress, you begin to develop a mindset that naturally adapts to adversity and maintains focus on long-term objectives. Persistent effort is central to building resilience. It is not enough to act sporadically or only when motivation strikes. Success comes from the accumulation of consistent, deliberate actions that push you forward despite discomfort or fatigue. Whether it is developing a new skill, pursuing professional goals, or improving personal habits, repeated effort strengthens your capabilities and reinforces your confidence. Each small step, when taken consistently, compounds into meaningful progress, creating momentum that makes facing future challenges easier and more manageable. Self-discipline complements persistent effort by ensuring that your actions are intentional, focused, and sustained. Discipline is what keeps you moving forward when motivation wanes, when distractions appear, or when immediate results are not visible. It is the ability to regulate your impulses, prioritize important tasks, and maintain consistency even in the face of difficulties. When you cultivate self-discipline, resilience becomes a natural outcome because you are no longer dependent on external circumstances or fleeting emotions to drive your actions. Instead, your progress is guided by a strong internal framework that reinforces persistence and adaptability. Resilience also grows through the acceptance of failure and setbacks as part of the journey. Life does not always go according to plan, and obstacles will inevitably appear. Those who cultivate resilience do not allow failures to define them. Rather, they analyze what went wrong, extract lessons, and adjust their strategies. This process strengthens problem-solving abilities, enhances creativity, and reinforces the belief that challenges can be overcome. By embracing setbacks as temporary and manageable, you maintain momentum and continue moving toward your goals even when progress seems slow or uncertain. Another important element of resilience is emotional regulation. Life's challenges often trigger stress, frustration, or fear, which can cloud judgment and reduce effectiveness. By developing the ability to manage your emotions, you can approach difficulties with clarity, calmness, and strategic thinking. Emotional resilience allows you to respond rather than react, to make rational decisions under pressure, and to maintain focus on solutions rather than being overwhelmed by problems. This mindset is critical for sustaining long-term effort and consistently applying self-discipline in the pursuit of success. Resilient individuals also cultivate patience. Persistent effort does not always yield immediate results, and the road to success can be long and demanding. Patience allows you to endure challenges without becoming discouraged or impulsively abandoning your goals. By combining patience with consistent effort and disciplined action, you create a steady trajectory of growth and improvement. Over time, these qualities compound, enabling you to handle increasingly complex challenges with confidence and effectiveness. Support systems and learning from others can further enhance resilience. Observing how others overcome adversity, seeking mentorship, and building a network of supportive relationships provide guidance, encouragement, and perspective. Learning from the experiences of those who have faced similar challenges equips you with strategies to navigate difficulties more effectively, while the encouragement and accountability offered by a support system help sustain persistent effort when personal motivation fluctuates. Resilience cultivated through persistent effort and self-discipline also fosters adaptability. Life is unpredictable, and the ability to adjust to changing circumstances is essential for long-term success. Each time you persist through difficulty and exercise discipline, you reinforce your capacity to adapt, improvise, and maintain focus in the face of uncertainty. This flexibility enhances your problem-solving abilities and ensures that setbacks do not derail your progress, but instead become opportunities to grow stronger and more capable. Ultimately, cultivating resilience through persistent effort and self-discipline is about building an unshakable foundation that allows you to thrive despite adversity. It is the combination of consistent action, mental toughness, emotional regulation, patience, and adaptability that ensures you remain focused on your goals, overcome challenges, and continually progress toward your highest potential. This resilience becomes a defining characteristic, shaping your approach to life, empowering you to face obstacles with confidence, and enabling you to transform challenges into opportunities for growth and achievement. Remember, success is not about luck, talent, or avoiding failure. It is about the choices you make every single day. It is about daring to challenge yourself, learning from every setback, taking consistent action, turning obstacles into opportunities, and cultivating the resilience to rise again and again. The journey will never be easy, but it is precisely in the struggle that your strength, wisdom, and greatness are forged. Commit to pushing your limits, embrace the lessons hidden in failures, and refuse to settle for mediocrity. Every effort you make, no matter how small, compounds into a future filled with achievement, growth, and fulfillment. The power to shape your destiny lies within you. Step forward, embrace the challenge, and create the life you were meant to live.